Alex the Car Doctor, aka Dr. Pentastar. Hey, y'all guys named me that, not me. I read it somewhere in the comments. Today's patient is actually an interesting one. This customer came from me from YouTube, so shout out to you guys, or shout out to him, not you guys. Today's patient is a 2015 Dodge Durango with all of its many Pentastar problems, to the motor mounts, to the slight the Pentastar tick, down to the wobbling harmonic balancer. So yeah, got a lot going on with it. Let's look at the mileage. Let's see, because someone's gonna ask me about that. 157. Mileage 157. So 157,000 miles. That's normally when I see all these weird issues going on with these Pentastars. Now, the main problem we're going to focus on today is the AC system, because that was the main focus. This car actually came from the dealership, and they overcomplicated the process when they explained it to her and quoted her something like $1,900 to figure out the problem. I was like, this is ridiculous. It's not even going to cost that much. So today I'm gonna walk you guys through the process and show you how simple it can be. Definitely not that complicated, and definitely not gonna cost $1,900 to figure it out. And I don't even think it's gonna cost that much to fix. We're gonna find out today. So the first thing we need to do is find out what Freon your vehicle, what Freon your system has in your vehicle. This system has R1234YF. Now, you don't want to know what I think YF stands for. I always joke around with it, but you guys drop down in the comments, let me know you guys jokes and what it actually stands for, because I don't know. I have two machines. I have the older version, which are found on most of your older vehicles, the 134A, and I have the newer version, which is the 1234YF, which we're going to be focused on today, so we're going to let that one rest. Guys, speaking of machine, you do need the proper equipment if you're going to be doing AC work. You cannot let Freon out into the atmosphere. The EPA will find you and get you. Find you. Fine, like fine. I had to clear that up. I have my words sometimes. And also for you guys that want a side hustle out there, I think the EPA, if you tell on people, film them and tell on them, I think they're paying up to 10 grand or something like that. But hey, Google it, look it up. You may have yourself a nice side hustle there. Hey, let me know how it turned out. I might start doing it. So yeah, it's that. No, I'm just playing. Snitches get stitches. But anyway, let's jump right into this thing. The first thing I like to do is hook the system up to the car. You have the low side, which is always in a blue indication on your lines and your fitting. And you have the high side, which is the high pressure side, and normally indicate red. Now on the machine, when you first hook the vehicle up and close your knobs down so it can read, you will notice the needles go up. Now on a charged system, the needles will be up maybe like 70, 90 or something like that. On a system that's empty, it'll be like 10 or 0, which this system was empty when I first hooked up. So I let the machine vacuum. I did a vacuum test, vacuum down and make sure it holds vacuum. It actually did. I've seen systems leak and still hold vacuum, because when you pour vacuum on some things, it will seal itself back up. So that's probably what this one is doing. After it vacuumed down the system, I put a little Freon in it. That's where I'm at now. My machine is now telling me to turn on the blower motor on low and switch the AC off. Okay, yeah. So this is basically testing for the evaporator core. You have an evaporator core in the inside. It works almost like a heater core. And I'm gonna take this little sniffer, it's a AC sniffer, leak detector. You just call it a leak detector for simplicity. I'm gonna switch that to, because it detects different freons, switch that to 1, 2, 3, 4, and now I'm ready to go. So I can wave this around, checking for leaks after I do what the machine wants me to do, because it's kind of picky. Now, before you guys complain about the noise, can't help it, the machines are loud, see? And then got that machine going. So that's probably why I sound a little funny. But it passed the test in the inside. Now I'm gonna go on the outside. I forgot to mention an important step. Let me just tell you now. Anytime you are doing AC work, just have a look around. Look at all your lines. Look at the evaporator, not the evaporator, but the condenser. The condenser is in the front. I see a lot of condenser failure because you got to think the condenser sits out front. The condenser sits in front of the radiator. It looks like a big radiator, but it's not. It's pretty much a radiator for the AC system. So kind of sort of radiator. Put it in simple terms. Any little discoloration or oily film around parts, AC parts, may indicate a leak. And before I got this video started, when I was kind of just looking around, I noticed something down here in front of the condenser. So I'm gonna stick my tool up through here and test it. It's probably hard to see on camera, but I saw it. So I'm gonna try to get my tool right here. And any kind of dirt or grease buildup, like oil, let me see if I can get it up through there. Okay, so I'm starting too far away from it. Let me reposition this. Come on. Fishy, fishy, fishy. All right, as you can see, the machine is like beeping every time I hold it at this area right here, and I got it on the medium setting. So it's definitely detecting a leak right here. See how it's just holding and it keeps picking it up. So the next thing I'm gonna do, just to verify, because I like to make sure, and I got it on the medium setting too. I don't even have it on the high setting. You have different sensitive levels. Low, let's see what it do on low. Still picks up. So I'm about 90% sure, or probably 100% sure, that I found the leak. I wonder, I think I can smell something too. So what I'm gonna do next is just take a little soap water and just spray the area. And if I see any kind of reaction, that's definitely a find. So unfortunately, there's just so much stuff in the way. I don't think I'm gonna be able to catch it on camera, but I do see a bubble. So that's a leak well found in my book. So for this patient, I'm gonna recommend a AC condenser, and yep, then I'll hook up everything back and just check everything again after I do the condenser, because it's always important anytime you do any kind of repair, double check your work. Don't forget that. So while the machine is doing this thing, I'm getting ready to pull the Freon back out the system because I don't want it leaking out and wasting Freon. The tools that I used in this video, I do have an affiliate link store on Amazon. So I post all this good stuff in my store. So, you know, make sure you check that out. Especially this thing right here. This is a lifesaver. I've been having it for quite a while and it works great. Guys, that wraps this video up. You know, make sure you hit that like and subscribe button. It really helps me out and support me. Guys, I see you on the next video. Alice the Car Doctor out.